welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really easy folded ribbon candy wreath.
Alright y'all, let us get started. So first off, we're going to be making this with 1-inch webbing. And this is the same stuff you like tie-down straps you use like in the back of your truck to tie down stuff. It's the same type of stuff, but it's 1 inch wide. Okay, that's the best way that I can describe to you what this stuff is or what it feels like. Now I'm using 2 colors here. I have only 1 roll of green and 1 roll of red. This should be all that you need to make a wreath. Like I said, this is 1 inch wide. Where can you get this? I'm going to have links to where you can get it on Amazon down in the description box, and I'm going to pin a comment. This comes in a bunch of different colors. But what we're going to do first is, you see this little tack, be very careful with that, okay? And you can like just lay that off to the side because you know you have some left over. You can stick that back down in there and it doesn't unravel because I'm close enough to unraveling as it is, and we need to try to prevent that from happening. But can you make these wreaths bigger? That's going to be the #1 question. Can you make these wreaths bigger? Yes, you can, but you need to know, as with anything like this, the bigger you make it, it can sag, okay? So if you're going to make them really big, I'm sure you know you could wire it to a wire wreath frame if you wanted to. This is pretty sturdy, but as it does get bigger, it will sag. Now, how long do you need to cut your strips? Doesn't matter, because I'm going to show you here in a little bit how you can attach more as you're working and make it longer, okay? The thing is, you don't want to cut these too long to begin with, or else it's going to be a pain in the tush to work with. I'm just going to cut mine right at 21 inches, okay? It doesn't really matter. You don't have to cut yours at 21 inches. I'm just cutting mine at 21 inches. So let me cut the red and I'll be back. Okay, I have my 2 strips here. Now let's find the middle. Now listen. If you remember making like lanyards and bracelets and stuff, I do, out of, it was a really, really thin plastic type stuff that we used to use. We made bracelets, you know, like I said, lanyards and stuff like that. This is the exact same thing. We're just making it on a larger scale, okay? Now you can cut your strips longer, of course, but I'm doing it this way, like I said, for the sake of the video. What I have done here is I found the center, and I'm just going to layer it like so, okay? Layered it in the center. Now let's bring this part over, not directly on top, a little bit off to the side, okay? So bring this directly down and just a little bit off to the side. Now you're going to bring this right one here across and just a little bit off, kind of at an angle like so, okay? Now you're going to take this left one down here, bring it straight up like so. Now don't pull this one tight. Go gadget nails. You're going to need that to be just a little bit loose. Okay? Now take this top one, bring it over, and thread it through. Like so. And then when you tighten it up, gently, just pulling on each one of them just a little bit, you're going to tighten it up, okay? It gives you this nice little box, okay? So now we're going to take this one over, this one up, this one over, and this one, bring it down and feed it through. And then tighten it up. Like so. Let's talk about attaching more so that you can make it longer. I didn't want to make it very long in the beginning of the video because then it's going to flop around and get on your nerves. But when you want to attach more, just take your strand and fold it over. Try to see about where it's going to be, like halfway on your lower piece here. You see that? So I would say to cut it right about there. Okay, so let's see. Right about there looks good. And then all you're going to do is just take some hot glue and reattach and attach your other strand. Okay, just right on top of it like that. Now right here is where you want to glue. So we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue My hot glue isn't 100% ready, but you know what? I'm ready, so I'm just going to force it out here. And then you just take it and just attach it like so and hold it in place until that glue sets up. All right, so if you hear noise, I have kittens in here. Sorry about that. And now that we have all of our pieces glued on, and yes, now I have long pieces that I can actually work with, you're just going to continue on in the manner that we were going and using a while ago. So I'm going to start with this one here. Let's just fold this up. Fold this one over. Fold this one down. Just bring it down. And then fold this one across, and you're just going to go in the loop here. Just push it through. It's kind of hard to do on camera. I'm used to doing these, holding it down in my lap. And you're just doing this the whole way. Just take your time and make sure that you have them all snugged up as you go. Over, over, over. Over and over, over, and across. Over, 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 and through the little thing. Tighten it down. Okay, now I am at the end. Look how large this is. So I have used up the entire spool of each color, and this is what I have left. So let's make good and sure that this is pulled as tight as we can get it. Now you're going to bring this around and make your wreath. You can go this way if you like, or twist it and bring it around like so. Okay, like that. However you want to do it, just straight like that or twist it. Okay, now we are going to be hot gluing this end together, and you're really going to have to hold this so that it doesn't come apart until your glue sets up. Okay, so pull this as snug as you can get it, and then let me see, try to bend it around a little bit so that it's not, there we go. And now you're just going to put hot glue all over this, and then you're going to glue the ends together. I said you're going to have to hold this, okay? Hold this together. Just try to get it as flush as possible. Don't worry about your ends right now, because we're going to be tucking those in here in a second as best as we can get it, okay? Now, like I said, this is very sturdy. So this webbing here is very thick. It's very sturdy. So it's going to want to pull apart when you let it go. So you have to hold it until the glue sets up completely. And then I want to show you what we're going to do with the ends. Okay, I think that glue has set up. Yeah, seems like it's set up. So now what you want to do with the ends here is we're going to trim them down. And like you see right here, like this little space right here, we're going to trim this down, put some glue in here, and then try to fold it over and just push it down in there. Okay, with whatever you have. If you have, try to get maybe like a paintbrush over here, or you know, you can use the end of your scissors or what have you, just to push it down in there. And I want to trim it right about here, hoping that I don't cut too much off. So with this glue gun, with this nice pointy nozzle, look in the description box and in the comments, and I'll have a link to where you can get this glue gun. Now this is difficult because, like I said, this webbing is like it's very sturdy, it's very stiff. So let's just push that down in there like so, okay? And then I'm just going to hold that in place until that glue sets up. And now you want to do that with each one of your ends. Like this here, it would just go down in here, okay? And then let's come over and see this. You cut it and then put some glue and tuck it down right in there, okay? So I'm going to work on that, and then we'll come back and we'll spruce it up a little bit with a bow or something. I just made this really simple bow, okay? Because the video is about the wreath and not about the bow, so I didn't want to make it all about the bow and detract from the look of the wreath. So let's just put a blob of glue here. And this ribbon, I believe, was just some cheapo Christmas ribbon that had come from Walmart like last year, I believe. Or the year before. Y'all know I like the hoard ribbon after the seasons. But anyway, let me get this. Here we go. Just some little glue on rhinestone. Look at the glue on my hands. My goodness. And then I'm just going to glue one of these into the center. Onto the center. Say it however you want to say it, Amber. All right. I'm just going to put the glue. Bloop. Bloop. And then that is that. I need to let that glue sit up. Now, how would you hang this? The way I would hang it is I would just take some wire, flip it over on the back, and just run it through and just pull it out, you know, tie a loop, and then use that wire to hang it up. That's what I would do. So anyway, that is that. That's how you make it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you would, please give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, check me out on other forms of social media, links to all of which are in the description box down below, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.